This is a presentation of the Sports Source Digital Network, presented by Hearthside Bank.
Fans want Tennessee to bring the tempo back, that warp speed, super speed tempo that they used in 2021 and 2022. Are they going to bring it back? Why did it go away? Let's discuss that. I'm John Pennington, right here on the Sports Source Digital Network, joined by VFL Kevin Simon. Kevin, I appreciate you being here, man.
Always fun to be with you, John.
I wanted to talk about the tempo thing. A lot of people think that, okay, Nico's gone, Joe Milton's gone. Now, be able to run that tempo like we used to run it. Because last year, they didn't run it like they used to run it. Clark Lee, before the Tennessee Vanderbilt game, he said they've changed what they do. They're using it to keep you more off balance now. You don't know when it's coming. Offense coordinator for Virginia Tech, who runs the veer and shoot, used to be at Baylor. He came out this year and said, hey, well, we've changed that. We're no longer trying to get 100 plays a game because now there have been some rule changes. Now we're just trying to keep the defense off balance. Okay, sounds like what Clark Lee said. Josh Heupel this offseason said, well, there were some rule changes. Now, I would assume that would be they changed it up and started allowing defensive players to come in and substitute, and then they took that a mile, and came out at a glacial pace, slow. The other thing is you now have a microphone system in the defender's helmet, your lead defender, so that may play a role in it. So you got rule changes, you got quarterback changes, and then other people think, well, that went away because of your defense. You're leaning on your defense now. You don't want to gas them. Okay, there may be some truth in all three of those things. In your opinion, why did it change? Where did the tempo go?
Yeah, my opinion, the biggest change has been your ability to create explosive plays in the pass game. Without the ability to hit, a Ced Tillman or Jalen Hyatt, for 20 plus yards down the field, it just restricts your ability to matriculate the ball down the field. So you go at a slower pace. Think about it. When you hit a 20-yard pass, what happens? They immediately get right back up on the ball and they're running another play. Let's say if you run the football, if you have an incompletion, like on first down, like we'd have last year, slow the tempo down, because they don't want to go 3 and out like that and put the defense right back on the field. So I think there is a combination of things. But I think the key element to running tempo at a warp speed pace is the ability to create 20-plus yard passes in the pass game, and that's been a combination of obviously Hendon not being here,
incredibly accurate, and in terms of not just he completes the pass, but his ball placement was perfect. He hit guys in stride. If a guy's running this way, the ball is here. There is no slowdown. There's no reach back. There's no reach up. He hit them in stride and led them where they were supposed to go. It's a talent that you haven't seen since he left.
Yeah, no doubt. And like you think about Bill Walsh and the West Coast offense, one of the best things about Joe Montana was his ability, his ball placement, his accuracy to put the ball on guys in stride, so now they can maximize the run after catch.
Yep.
Definitely something that Hendon Hooker did at an elite level. We haven't seen that since, like you said. But to me, just the ability, the athleticism in the room at wide receiver is a little different than what we've had in years past. And I think that has also contributed. Guys, they just don't create. The last 2 seasons, they have not created separation from defenders like what Jalen Hyatt and Ced did previously. So that's also been an issue in creating these explosive plays and getting back to the tempo.
You've also seen less motion, which I know has driven you crazy at times. That you're not getting. I mean, part of the way they got guys open was moving them around. Mm-hmm. I mean, they would take Jalen Hyatt and they would find the matchup, and he would go in motion and he would get on the guy that they wanted him to be defended by.
Run.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then that guy's looking off, the ball snapped, and he's still looking at the sideline as Jalen Hyatt goes by him. They've done less of that too. Now, the tempo, let me ask you this. Do you think it is the key to this offense. If you take it away, and to be clear, their tempo wasn't slow. It's not like they were terrible last year. They were still top 15 in the nation. But it wasn't the consistent regularity every drive we're going 100 miles an hour. Do you feel that is key to this offense? Can this offense be what it needs to be if they aren't running warp speed, super speed tempo?
Yeah, so I feel like the tempo is a product of explosive plays. So it's like kind of like the chicken or the egg, right? It's like hey, you got half a dozen of one, so
because the tempo helps build the explosive plays.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
it can.
If you got guys lined up wrong because they can't get back in there because you're moving, then that helps create an explosive play. But the explosive play is what allows you to do the tempo. So it is chicken or the egg.
Yeah. So like, I don't know, I guess in my mind, if for every 1 out of 10 times, it's a bust because they're not lined up. Those other 9 times we're gonna have to execute, and you're gonna have to run by a guy, get open, throw an accurate ball, go up, make a catch, first down, 20 plus. So I don't think that you can really. No doubt it happened. Yeah, no doubt it happens at times where they're able to create explosive plays due to the tempo. But consistently, the Jimmys and Joes got to be there, and that's why in all last season and in the off season, from my standpoint, is that man, we got to get a dynamic playmaker on the edge to make life easier for our quarterback. Obviously we thought it was going to be Nico. Now it's either going to be Joey Aguilar or Merklinger. Yeah. But to make life easier for them. So I think that's the conversation they need to have internally. How can we make life easier for the quarterback? Life's a little bit easier when you have dynamic playmakers on the edge, which in this 2026 recruiting class, they got a couple guys coming. But that's not necessarily going to help for the 2025 season.
Yeah. Do you think that we had this discussion, Marlon Walls, Jimmy Himes, and myself, a couple of weeks ago, the most important things, and I gave 5 options, and one of them was tempo, most important keys to Tennessee's season. Jimmy had number 1, tempo, because he believes that tempo opens up the big plays and the run game and everything else. I agree that it's important. I just don't know that they intend to get all the way back to it. First of all, I don't know if they're going to have the quarterback to get back to it. We'll see. But we talk more about tempo than Josh Heupel does. I don't hear him talking about, we got to get back to tempo. It's more of, we do it more as a change of pace because the rule changes and everything. So what do you think? Do you think they're sitting over there, man, we have got to get back to that super speed we ran at with Hendon Hooker, or has the mentality changed a little bit?
I think they're over there talking about, we got to get back to making explosive plays. And Joey Halsey said that, this past week in his interview, like that's the number one thing we talked about is how do we create more explosive plays? When you create the explosive plays, then you will then get back to tempo in my mind. Yeah. And here's the other thing. From Josh Heupel's standpoint, when's he ever going to point out a weakness within his team? He's never going to come out and say, you know what, we got to get back to tempo. He's just not going to say that.
Some coaches do.
Some coaches do, but he has mastered the art of saying very little.
That's correct. Yes.
But while also saying a lot. He's not going to give you much, or he's not going to put you into their thought process in terms of what they're thinking behind the curtain. I think he does a masterful job at handling the media and keeping things. It's almost like the Italian mobs, Cosa Nostra. This thing of ours, he keeps things close to the vest.
Yeah, this thing of ours, that's nice. All right, so do you anticipate the tempo being back this year then? I keep going tempo, and you change it into big plays.
Explosive plays.
Because you see the explosive plays leading to the tempo.
Yes. We're both saying the same thing.
Yes, just 2 different ways.
Yes.
So you said you don't think it's going to be back to what people expected under Hendon?
No, I don't think that the tempo's going to be back. I don't see the explosive playmakers on the outside. I like Mike Matthews. He's got a lot of athleticism.
Yeah.
Seeing him in person, he's not quite as fast as what I was thinking he was.
Yeah.
Brazel has a chance to. We'll see because he has a wide catch radius, and he's not the fastest guy, but he's kind of like tell me, he can go up over you and make some acrobatic catches downfield. I think just consistency is a thing that he's trying to master, right now in terms of Chris Brazzell. So we'll see, but I do not expect it to be like how it was.
Yeah.
2022 was a special year.
Yep.
Obviously, just knowing Coach Heupel, knowing the competitor he is. Listen, he wants to hang 100 points on everybody. So he knows the defense will be fine regardless, especially if they're scoring a bunch of points. His internal drive. He's an offensive guy. Came from the air raid, quarterback. He likes to throw it up. So listen, if he had his way of playing the game, it would be very similar to 2022. That's what they strive to do.
All right. So you're not buying the rule changes have changed everything. And
No.
Being off, we like to keep them off balance. Now you're not buying that.
No.
Okay.
Not
Very
buying
good.
that at all.
There you go. Kevin Simon says, don't buy it. Thank you for watching. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notify button, ring the bell, and that way you'll know when we post more stuff like that. Leave a comment. What are your thoughts on the tempo? Do you think it'll be back? Do you think it's more about big plays than it is tempo as he looks at it? Tell us what you think in the comment section. We'll see you next time right back here on the Sports Source Digital Network.